How are you, my class 10 English master students? Today I am going to start our new topics. Our new topics is the central nervous system. Basically, central nervous system I want to explain basically this figure human brain. Now, what is the nervous system? Nervous system. The nervous system coordinates with different organs and systems, carries impulses of different parts of the body, and maintains a relation with the environment by responding to stimuli. Here's I draw this the chart, basically the nervous system. Here's the nervous system, please see everyone. First structure is the central nervous system. Basically in this central nervous system, today I also explain this figure. This figure is the human brain. Another structure is the peripheral nervous system. First, central nervous system, basically there are two parts. First part is the brain and second part is the spinal cord. And another structure is the peripheral nervous system. Please everyone see the board. First is the cranial spinal nerves and second is the autonomic nervous system. Here's the cranial spinal nerve. There are basically again two parts. First part is the cranial nerves and second is the spinal nerves. Our next structure is the autonomic nervous system. Here there are also basically two parts. First part is the sympathetic nervous system and another is the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, now see the books, just the nervous system, that's the central nervous system. Central nervous system consists of the brain and the spinal cord. Here's the brain and the spinal cord. They are also the central nervous system. There the brain and the spinal cord I just explained. First is the brain. Here's the brain, the swollen part of the nervous system, at the top of the spinal cord and inside the skull. Here's the top of the nervous system and there is the skull again. Skull is called the brain. The brain is the director of the nervous system. Another name is the director is the nervous system. The brain is divided into three parts. First part is the forebrain, second is the midbrain and third is the hindbrain. Again I also explain. First part is the basically this structure. This structure is the forebrain. Second is the midbrain. This structure is the midbrain and third is the hindbrain. Okay. Now first is the forebrain, or another name is the prosencephalon. What is the prosencephalon? The largest part of the brain is the cerebrum. Here I also explain. First structure is the cerebrum. Basically this structure is the cerebrum. Again, cerebrum which consists of two completely divided lobes, the right and the left lobe. This structure is also the divide. First structure is the right lobe and another is the left lobes. They are separated by deep furrows. Here's the separated, basically they are also the deep furrows again. These are the cerebral hemisphere. Though there is a deep furrow between two lobes, they are still connected by a bunch of nerves named the Corpus Callosum. Here, please everyone see, there is the basically Corpus Callosum, this structure. They are the bunch of the nephron. Basically, this structure, I just draw this structure. Another name is the Corpus Callosum and they are the bunch of the another structure or nerve system. Basically, the part of the brain has a folded and wrinklet surface. It is covered by a membrane called meninges. Again, the left lobe of the cerebrum is comparatively well developed. The cerebrum is also called the forebrain. Another structure is the cerebrum. Basically, this structure is the forebrain. Here's the forebrain. The exterior surface of the cerebrum is named the cortex and is composed of numerous neurons and is gray in color. Again, what is the cortex? Basically, this structure, this upper structure is the another name is the cortex, and the exterior surface of the cerebrum is named the cortex and is composed of numerous neurons and is the gray in color. Again, I also repeat. So, the other name of the cortex is gray matter. The deeper layer of the cerebrum consists of axons of numerous, which is covered by white colored myelin. So, the white matter is situated in the depth of the cerebral complex or the cerebral cortex. Again, cerebrum is the higher organ which receives nerve impulses and sends responses to the various organs of the body. Again, I also explain about the cerebrum. Basically, cerebrum and another name is the forebrain. Cerebrum is the center of the body movement. Example, for every activity and sensation, conscious activities, example, speech, vision, hearing, intelligence, memory, thinking, will and activities of voluntary muscles and controlled by the cerebrum. It also helps in taking decisions and in responding of stimulation. Among all the animals, the evolution of men forebrain are most progressive and most developed. Here, another topics I also explain again the midbrain or mesencephalon. What is the midbrain? Basically, this structure is the midbrain. Please, everyone, see the books. What's the midbrain or mesencephalon? The upper part of the hindbrain and mid is the midbrain or mesencephalon. It is a bridge between the forebrain and the hindbrain. Basically, it is the bridge. Basically, this structure is the forebrain and this structure is the hindbrain. And the bridge is divided by the forebrain. Again, there is a cylindrical part located at the back part of the midbrain called the pons. Here, this structure is the cylindrical structure and this structure, the another name is the pons. Here, the pons basically, it forms a connection between the cerebellum and the medulla oblongata. Listen carefully. There are the another parts, not cerebrum. This structure is the another name is the cerebellum, and the another structure is the medulla oblongata. Here is the cerebellum, not cerebrum, and another name is the medulla oblongata. This structure also the medulla oblongata. Okay, and it also plays an important role in vision and hearing. I just explained about the midbrain or mesencephalon. Our last brain or this structure is the hindbrain and rhombencephalon. What is the rhombencephalon? This consists of cerebellum, pons and medulla oblongata. Again, I also explain first structure is the cerebellum. Cerebellum is located at the back part of the pons. This structure, again I also draw this structure is the cerebellum. It is divided into the right and the left lobes. Its exterior part is composed of grey matter and in the inner part of white matter. Again, I also explain the cerebrum. They are also the deep grey matter and the white matter. Again, cerebellum also same types. Basically, they are also the grey matter and the white matter. The cerebellum controls muscles stress, coordinates movement, balance, control and the activities of voluntary muscles. Dear students, I also explained the cerebellum and next structure is the pons. The pons is located in between the medulla oblongata and the midbrain. It consists of a bunch of the nerves. Basically, this structure is the bones. Basically, they are also the bunch of the nerves. Again, medulla oblongata. It is the most posterior part of the brain. Its front part is connected with the pons and the back to the spinal cord. There are 12 pairs of cranial nerves extending from the cerebrum and medulla oblongata. Within these 8 pairs of the nerves originate from the medulla oblongata. These nerves control the functions of the heart, lungs, pharynx, and swallowing of food. These nerves are also associated with functions such as the hearing and also the balancing. 12 pairs. Basically, in the central nervous system, they are also the carry about the 12 pairs of the nerves. 12 pairs of cranial nerves originate from the brain and spread of different regions: mouth cavity or buccal cavity, tongue, eyes, nose, ear. These nerves are sensory or motor or mixed in nature. Dear students, I just explained about the central nervous system. There the central nervous system, basically they are also the two types. First type is the brain. In the previous time I also explained about the brain. They are also the three parts. First part is the forebrain or the prosencephalon. Second is the midbrain or mesencephalon, and third is the hindbrain or the rhombencephalon. Now, another topic is the spinal cord. What is the spinal cord and where it is situated? The spinal cord basically originates from the posterior part of the medulla, leaves the skull through the foramen magnum and extends up to the lumbar vertebrae. I just see that what is the foramen magnum? There are basically this type of structure, and this structure is the foramen magnum, and also it situated the spinal cord. The spinal cord is composed of grey matter and white matter, but their position is quite opposite to the brain. The white matter is the outer part and the grey matter is at the inner part. Listen carefully. In the previous time, I also explained the brain. There are the grey matter is the upper layer and the white matter is the inner layer. But there is the difference between the spinal cord. In the spinal cord, the upper layer is the white matter and the inner layer is the grey matter. 31 pairs of nerves originate from the spinal cord and pass through the hole located in between the vertebrae. This structure there is the hole and is also located in the vertebral column. There are the nerves of the neck, shoulder, chest, back, hands and legs. The nerves are mixed in nature. Today I am going to explain about the central nervous system in the human body. I just draw this figure. Please everyone try to draw the structure. This structure is the human brain. And I also explain about the types of the central nervous system. Here I just draw this is the chart. Again I also explain about the spinal cord. Today that's all. Thank you.